lifetime. Not saying in his mind he feels that an upset is going to happen, and we have seen upsets here in 2020. We will go back about a month's time when Jason Rosario finished off Julian Williams in his hometown of Philadelphia. Now, I know Caleb Plant has his sights set on other things to not have that happen, but this young man has the power in his hands, making his U.S. debut, and is very confident. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the hard-hitting German contender. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Vicenta
Feigenbutz, komme aus Deutschland, habe die Chance, die WM zu boxen. Ich freue mich darauf, ich fühle mich gut, wir haben uns gut vorbereitet. Es war eine kurze Vorbereitung, aber eine intensive. Und jetzt können wir uns echt erwarten auf den Kampf. Ich wurde gut aufgenommen in Nashville. Die Leute waren sehr freundlich, also ich habe ein gutes Gefühl, mein Team hat ein gutes Gefühl und wir sind bereit.
My name is Vincent Feigenbutz. I come from Germany. I'm 24 years old. I'm very happy to be in Nashville. People were very nice to me. We are prepared for the fight. It was a short but intensive preparation on short notice, but we're happy to be here and take the opportunity. Thank you very much.
Vincent Feigenbutz, the challenger to this man. You know, when we talk about things coming to fruition, dreams becoming a reality, the man to my right has had a vision from the very beginning of his professional career. Before we continue to elaborate, I have to acknowledge to his right his outstanding trainer, Justin Gamber, ladies and gentlemen. I think he's one of the fastest riding trainers in athletes. And I would be remiss if I wouldn't talk about Richie Plant, the father of Caleb Plant. What a journey that they have had together. For those of you who don't know, I heard a story about a 12-year-old young fighter who was into kickboxing, who was knocking out guys at 17, 18 years of age and travel all over the Midwest and participate in kickboxing tournaments, then got into boxing, and the rest has been history. A little over a year ago, he fought Jose Luis Uzcategui at 168 in Los Angeles. Nobody wanted to fight Uzcategui. Caleb Plant was the mandatory, and rather than take a tune-up fight, he had a layoff about, 13 months, Caleb? 13 months, and he went out and he dominated Jose Luis Uzcategui. Nobody does that to him. Caleb Plant did it. Followed it up by wiping out Mike Lee in Las Vegas in July. And the one thing I'll tell you about Caleb Plant, ever since I've gotten the opportunity, the fortune to get to know him over the past 5 years, he said, I want to go home. I want to go to Nashville. This man loves this city so much. He lives in Las Vegas. I know he's got a very nice house with his lovely wife, Jordan Plant. And he wanted to get married. He could have gotten married anywhere in the world. But he got married here in Nashville, Tennessee. That's how much he loves this city. It is embedded into who he is as a man. And Nashville should be very proud of their world champion. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me the great honor and pleasure to welcome 27 years of age from Ashland, Tennessee. Nashville, please stand up and welcome the IBF Super Middleweight Champion of the world, the undefeated Caleb Sweet Hands Plant.
Thank you for coming out today. Really appreciate you coming out and supporting not only me, but all the other fighters on the card, and especially some of the hometown fighters we have. Austin Dulay, we also got Todd Tomlin in the back, and I'm just grateful that you guys are here. I'd like to thank PBC and Fox for creating this beautiful platform. I want to thank Al Heyman, my advisor, my manager, Luis Kubis, also my team, Justin, my dad, strength and conditioning coach Larry Wade, my friends and family who are here. And normally I have a few key points that I want to hit and go over, but to be honest with you guys, really didn't put none of that stuff down today. Everything I'm saying is just from the heart. This is something that I have worked for literally my whole life. And I've sacrificed everything for this and this world title. And since I was a kid, it was a dream of mine to not only fight in Nashville as a world champion, but to be defending my world title at the Bridgestone. And at just 19-0, soon to be 20-0, I get to do that. And I'm just grateful to be able to do it in front of all my friends and family and peers. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to keep this world title. Forever. However long that I need to hold my breath underwater, I will do it. He can't hold his breath as long as me. He hasn't had to. Anyone who knows me, make sure you translate that. Anyone who knows me knows he hasn't had to hold his breath like I have. He can't hold his breath like I can. And you just heard a good man say, they're already making excuses. You know, we took this fight on short notice. He didn't take this fight on short notice. Don't believe that. We both had a world championship fight is 8 weeks long. We've had at least 10 weeks where we both know about it. So he's already up here giving himself away. I was on short notice. No, you didn't. That's a lie. That's a lie. So I'm telling you.
He ain't playing today on there.
You have to kill me. And I don't think that you're man enough to do that. So I'm telling you, this world title is staying right here in Nashville. Thank you.
And still. Talk with the fighters and ask them a few questions. Start off with Diego Magdaleno. If they can go ahead and pass the microphone over to Diego.
We're looking forward to the fight, especially being here in our hometown. We're ready.
All right, Austin Dulé, he does all his talking inside the ring, ladies and gentlemen. Certainly has some style to him as well. Now to my left, our co-main event at 147, Abel Ramos and Brian Perella. Abel, it's no secret that Brian Perella and you both are aggressive fighters. You both like to stand and trade. Does that excite you, knowing that you're not going to have to go very far to find the man standing across the ring from you, that you're likely going to be in the center of that ring going to battle?
Yeah, it excites me. I mean, I think we both have styles that match up really good inside the ring, and I think they match up for a good action-packed fight.
Well, thank you very much, Abel Ramos. For Brian Perella to my right. Brian, for you, fighting Abel Ramos, you've had a couple stumbles in your career, but how good are you feeling? It really seems like you're hitting your stride, especially after what you were able to do against Dominic Dalton back in July of last year on FS1.
Since I got out of the ring from that fight, we got right back to work. We've been training ever since, day in and day out, all day, every day. We added so many layers, we like tiramisu. What can I say, man? We got over 140 rounds of sparring this camp. I did over 15 rounds straight sparring with different guys coming in. I'm a monster in this division. On Saturday night, I'm going to show it.
Well, we look forward to that matchup against Abel Ramos. Now we will go to the challenger to my left. Don't forget, Saturday night's event brought to you by Sweet Hands Promotions, TGP Promotions, and Sauerland Promotions. Vincent Feigenbutz, as we have his translator. Vincent, you're clearly the underdog heading into this fight, fighting Caleb Plant in his backyard. How much do you enjoy the factor, or what is your mindset knowing that you are such a significant underdog heading into your world title opportunity?
Ich muss darüber denken, egal wo der Kampf ist, ich gehe dahin, wo der Kampf ist, ob es in seinem Hinterhaus ist oder sonst wo.
At the end, it's not important where the fight is, if it's in the backyard or in his toilet. We fight. Come to fight, in the fight.
Ja, und eben für mich freut es sehr, dass ich in Amerika boxen kann, weil es ist ja die Hochburg vom Boxen.
Und Schluss gibt.
He's very happy that he get the opportunity to fight in the USA because he loves the USA and it's a big chance and opportunity for him. This was always his dream.
Well, we saw some comments yesterday at the open workouts that you talked about that you were going to show Caleb something different, that you were going to be hopping around. Can you explain and further that point? What does that mean?
He's gonna hop right on his ass, that's what he's gonna do. Yeah, see anything.
We just also got information from the roads here and we was asked, hey, who know Caleb Plant here in Nashville? But from 100 people, one knew him. Was very surprised, nobody know Caleb Plant here. Because of his backyard. I think his backyard is 45 miles elsewhere somewhere. The undercard guy selling the tickets, I think, and our friends from the Music City Fire, they bought ringside a lot. So we was just one from the 2 or 3 guys we met after. That we get here a lot of trash talk and we are sportsmen. We come to be as a guest. You are all our host. We want to be a good guest to you and this is still a sport. You can make a lot of trash talk and talk a lot of shit to us. Later in the ring, Vincent will give the answer on this shit.
All right, well, now, Caleb, how would you respond to what you just said? You said that nobody knows who you are here, and that he's pretty much saying that the one selling tickets is Austin Dulé. What's your response to what we just heard from Vincent Feigenbutz?
I don't think he even knows what he said. If what they're worried about is who's selling tickets and who ain't, then it sounds like they're not focused on the task at hand. So I can promise you that he's got a tall order in front of him, and he should focus on that. So I'm a guest, and you're my host, and you need to be nice, and I don't know what he's talking about. So to be honest, I couldn't hear much of what he said. So other than you telling me about tickets, he needs to focus on the task at hand because he's got a world champion in front of him, someone who's willing to do whatever it takes to get his hand raised. So he should focus on that.
Well, you look in impeccable shape at the open workouts yesterday. I would have to say, you can just continue to get better in the ring and also physically. You are trained, or your strength and conditioning coach, Larry Wade, is around here somewhere. Where's Larry? You're a fantastic strength and conditioning coach. You look unbelievable physically. Is this the best that you've ever felt heading into a world title fight?
Absolutely, and that's what he needs to focus on. This is the sharpest that I've ever boxed. This is, anyone who knows me knows I make weight easy. I don't have to work hard to make weight. I'm boxing super sharp right now. We've had the best sparring partners that we've had yet come in for camp. And it's gonna make them fight, easy on Saturday. So I'm just focused on him and focused on keeping this belt. That's what's gonna happen.
Have you thought about, and we talked about 4 years ago, and still to this day, one of my favorite knockouts of all time happened to be when he knocked out a Colombian kid, a Colombian fighter, with a vicious uppercut to the body, put him away in Fort Lauderdale. That was 4 years ago in June. After that, we talked about it. We said, we were discussing things, and we said, and you told me, I want to go home. At some point, I'm going home to Nashville, and now you're coming home as a world champion. Have you thought about what that ring walk is going to be like, the emotion, the energy that you're going to feel when the Bridgestone Arena is going to be loud and rocking, all to see you as the main event?
It's going to be a spectacular moment. This is all my life's work coming down to one moment. This is the most important fight of my life, and I trained as such. I pushed myself to exhaustion, and I'm telling you guys, I'm 110% prepared to do whatever I have to do to get my hand raised. And like I said, these people is on my social media. Oh, we're coming for you. We're coming for you. I'm coming for you. Vince is gonna knock you out. And then they get the fight, and then I start to reply. Oh, well, he talks too much crap. We want him to be a good host. What do you think? You sound like a cop, baby.
And finally, Caleb, your prediction for Saturday night in your hometown here of Nashville, Tennessee. PBC on Fox, 8 Eastern, 7 local time, 5 Pacific time. Your prediction?
And still, and like I said, just like I said in my last fight, either he can wave the white flag or I'll wave for him, because this fight's not going 12 rounds.
Ladies and gentlemen, the stage is set for Saturday night, PBC on Fox. Caleb Plant making his homecoming, putting his world title on the line. We will now have the fighters pose off for the ceremonial stare down. Thank you very much to all the media for joining us. We'll see you at the weigh-in tomorrow. And then on Saturday, at the Rich Drummer event here in Nashville, with PBC on Fox.
Everybody stay down, please. Okay, names back, come on over.
Names and only Caleb,
Thank you. Mascot, we'll have Sparky go off the stage now. Sparky. All right, name your best first, then we'll build that. Right in the center, please. In the center. Everybody down, you guys stay down. You guys stay down, sir.